Can you believe 30 years? 30 years. And I'm 30 years older, and a lot of you are 30 years older. Just remember, it's all relative. Very good. It's been an exciting ride. And it's been up and down, but we got to the destination and we have achieved what we swore that we would do. And I'm honored to be asked to represent the Nu Skin family of distributors in extending a warm welcome to each and every distributor as we come together to celebrate this 30th anniversary. I commend, respect, and thank Blake Roney, Steve Lunn, and Sandy Tillotson for their leadership and vision for Nu Skin Enterprises. It has taken that kind of commitment from Nu Skin, the company, as well as from you, the distributor force, to bring us to this moment. Nu Skin today is a new beginning with unlimited potential for everyone willing to pay the price. Nu Skin, but first let me take you back several years before Nu Skin was started to help you better understand the foundation upon which Nu Skin was built and the distributor family began. And of course, as Sandy said, my first foray into network marketing was getting involved in an MLM company of cleaning products, and I was required to buy a lot of inventory, $10,000 worth. I immediately recognized I had made a big mistake. The products arrived to be unloaded in my garage, and I see those products stacked up every day. What a daily reminder. The positive I've learned was, don't do this again. My kids started asking for spending money. I had the answer. You can go sell the soap in the garage door to door. I gave them that suggested price list. The soap gradually disappeared, and so did the suggested price list. But the next generation of networkers had their beginning. Nobody dared mention LMN to me after that. Then I ordered a mail-order diet product, Cambridge Diet. Great research behind it, and I had great results. So much so that my customers wanted to know what I was doing to lose so much weight. I'd give them a duplicate order sheet, but they wanted me to order it for them. It began disrupting my business. So I suggested they come back Thursday evenings and I'd share my experience with them. First we had 5, then 20, then 40, 50, and pretty soon their family and friends, and there was no room in the inn, and they would share their stories. I would order for them and sell it to them at my cost. When the company president invited my husband Jim and I to California, I thought, great, maybe I can get the distributorship for the western part of the United States and incorporate selling it with my wigs. They excitedly told me they had great news. We have decided to go from mail order to multi-level marketing, and we would like you to be number 1 of 20 original distributors sponsored to the company. My heart sank. I hated MLM. They kept talking, and I realized if I was going to continue to participate with this product that I loved, I would have to do it their way. I made a commitment. I would prove to myself and everyone else that MLM could be done with integrity. Thus began network marketing. The company had recognized that I was already networking the product. Great success was had, but after 2 years, the company founders decided they could make more money by not having to pay their leaders, us. The corporate world told them, you don't have to pay your leaders that much. They're not worth that. The reason for failing was simple, greed. 6 months after they filed Chapter 11, Slim Fast took over the market. I tell you this because it was a great heartache to let so many committed people down. but it was also an invaluable schooling experience for network marketing. Companies came out of the woodwork trying to get us to build their networks. Nothing seemed right as we checked one another off the list. Craig Tillotson, my son, called one day and said he felt we should look at Nu Skin. I said, skincare, Craig? I can buy skincare anywhere I can buy a Coke. What can be special about that? He agreed, but felt I should meet Blake Roney. When we met, my first reaction was, as Sandy said, oh no, I'm going to have to raise him too. And Steve wasn't very far behind that when he came along. Blake Roney was the same age as my son Blake. They proceeded to tell us about their 16 skincare products and the motto, all of the good and none of the bad. What a stretch. We had nothing to lose by being very upfront. We felt their initial marketing plan wasn't designed right for anyone of the caliber we wanted to reap the rewards needed to commit and build for the long term. Blake's response was, so tell us, what does it need? Craig said, we need leadership-driven marketing plan that rewards long-term leadership. Our plan on the old program was 3-2-1. We made more money on the 1% than we did on the 3. So that tells you how quickly you can build and lose it all in about 3 months. We learned. Most plans at the time did not recognize the value of leaders and didn't reward leaders. Blake said, go on, tell me more. I was impressed that he was still listening. I said that we had to have 3 things from the company: products with integrity on time, accurate records, checks on time. He was still listening. You need to remember this meeting was happening before computers were widely available and the internet had not been invented yet. So these were huge commitments we were expecting from the company. Craig said that I had to be the only distributor sponsored to the company. Why? We wanted to make sure that your contacts couldn't bypass you and be sponsored by the company. This would have made the company a competitor with its own distributors. And once you've been in network marketing, these companies bring everyone in, their leadership, and they get all these leaders from all these different companies and they sponsor them to the company. And then they say, 1, 2, 3, go. Well, once you've been in network marketing, everyone knows the same circle of influence. So they have created a war before the game begins. This avoided that. Unfortunately, this is still very common practice with other companies, but not at Nu Skin. Next, we asked that the distributor sales teams stay intact downlines as we expanded into other countries. This had never been done before. Other companies had said, including the one we were with before, that they could do it, but when the time came, the cry from the company was always, we intended to do that, but it is too complicated. Their laws are too complex. This has never been done before, so we would see. Ground floor opportunity is a myth. Most never get off the ground. Nu Skin has kept new ground floor opportunity alive by adding new breakthrough products with science behind them, plus new divisions. The next big question for Blake was, what is your company goal? What is your goal? Basically, after a lot of talk, we heard to do whatever it takes to build a legitimate, long-term, stable business. That was a big one. With that commitment proven now, the opportunity is far greater for all of you than when we began in 1984. And that goal right there is the thing that makes it possible for you, those of you who are fairly new distributors, to have a bigger and better opportunity than when we started by a long shot. Because it is new, you have a stable company, you have a proven track record that a company is going to be with you and give you the time necessary to build a legitimate business. The support we as distributors get from corporates sets the highest standard in the industry. We are grateful and we are thankful for this. Products have been delivered on time with integrity, commissions come on time, and they have cleared the bank every time. The internet and computers have made it possible to keep accurate records, keeping lines intact worldwide. Because of this solid foundation, we have been able to build what you see, Nu Skin, today. This is a work program that attracts quality people like yourselves. When you know what the potential is, you will pay the price. People with your integrity and your caliber and your education came to realize that when they'd go home and study the marketing plan and the track record, that the figures added up and the truth added up, and they could feel good about committing to this company and to put their name and their line on the paper. I am proud to say that I am proud of my grandchildren, Blake, Callum last night, and Derek, who spoke, that they are in Nu Skin because I know that it is a company with integrity and they can look at the world and be proud of who they are and who they represent. You can be the same with your families and the people you bring on board. I have been independent since my early childhood. In a large family of 10 children, you were given more attention for not crying than for crying. And therefore, one learns to be creative and think outside of the box at an early age. I've built conventional businesses where the success was tied to my participation personally 24/7. My Nu Skin business has allowed me the power to leverage my efforts and have the freedom to be with my family, grandkids, great-grandchildren, and pursue other interests. It was the first time that no one had the influence to tell me as a woman what I could and could not do and how far I could reach. Always in my life and in my generation, if you were going to get where you wanted to go, you had to push a flock of men ahead of you and make them more important than you were. And I became very good at it with 8 brothers and 4 sons. And it is a different ballgame now. You can lead with pride and men will applaud you and help you. It's a long breakthrough. And in Nu Skin, we as women have the same opportunity as the men, but it takes doing your homework, hard work, and believing in the products, the company, and yourself. Blake has always been clear that the foundation of Nu Skin's be products with the highest integrity. He has kept them pure and simple, always mindful that the product must honestly serve the needs of the end consumer. Many times, he had distributors pushing him for some magic product that was going to melt the fat away, or going to do this, or going to do that. And everyone was trying to tell Joe, you got to look at this, boy, we can sell this miracle product, and boy, it'll just really go over hot stuff. But they never allowed or never brought into the product line anything that was pie in the sky, that did not have a science behind it. And we thank Joe Chow for that, and Blake Roney and Steve and Sandy. To stay on the cutting edge, products are constantly being upgraded. Nu Skin has never sold products with pie in the sky promises. This distributor part of the equation is to teach and share these marvelous products and opportunities with as many people as possible throughout the world. Can you believe that from our beginnings, we are friends and families all over the world? Unbelievable. But you know, when I come to these conventions and I look at the crowds, those first people that started with us, their faces stand out, just like I had come home to one of my kids. We had a lot of pioneering to do together, and it's a reflection that takes place instantaneously in a group of people. You see those dedicated, stick-to-itiveness people, and I can't thank you enough for that dedication, commitment, friendship, love, and getting the job done together. Every aspect of our product is a win-win. It is not an overnight step to fame and riches. The opportunity must be just as real for each new person coming into the business today as it was for Craig, and myself. This is possible because we have a company behind us that is committed to the long term of doing honest business. People get hurt when companies do not act as credible, responsible citizens. Nu Skin's commitment to the distributor support for the long term is evidenced and in an unblemished track record of 30 years of responsible management and support. To us, the distributor network, thank you, Nu Skin. When you choose to do this business, let's see, I've got this thing right in line of my deal. When you choose to do this business, you must decide to make changes in your life. Set goals, stick to them. Once you've made your decision, do not do what unsuccessful people do, which is to change their mind once they have made up their minds. Attend every event like this one. It will help you improve your core thinking and values. Gradually, you will begin to see things you could not see before. Our business is like raising a family. As you well know, I use that term all the time. The goal is to get them out of the house and on their own, independent, raising their family. Then we can cheer them to greater heights. Watching your kids succeed is more thrilling than to succeed yourself. Just don't quit. Points to remember in our business, it's a win-win. It can't be big company and little us, and it can't be big us and little company. It has to be equal, company and distributor. Hand in hand, we can make it work. Procrastination is a disease. Today is the day, your choice. Do it at your level, increase your skills. When others set your goals, you won't take responsibility. Sponsor people for their goals, not because you need them for another name. Then they will stick because you're there supporting their growth and development. When others set your goals, you won't take responsibility. Leaders must be willing to bear pain, not be a pain. Are you part of the problem or part of the solution? I always say strengthen strength and you get strength. Strengthen weakness and you get more weakness. That's how you develop people. That's how we develop our children. Look for their good and build on that. Criticism has no power unless you give it power. People fail by blaming someone else and therefore free themselves from responsibility. Success soothes all memories. The lifetime of a relationship or business has 4 stages: growth, leadership, blaming, and quitting. We sponsor, we start growing, we're all enthused, and all of a sudden we become a leader. Wow, I'm a leader. Now I can stand up here and I can hit my chest and this, and I can stand before the world. Look at me, how big I am. But the next thing that happens, people start blaming. We start blaming our upline, we start blaming our downline, the products, the company, the sidekicks, whatever. And if this goes on long enough, we will end up quitting or bankrupt. The only way to make this business succeed is to never leave the growth stage. When time gets tough, Start growing from the basics, and it'll all come back together, and your people will do the same. It takes more energy to worry about doing the business than it takes to do the business. So just get out there and do it. You have to like people more than money. You are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have an upline leadership support who are focused on your success. Plus, you have a body of leaders who are committed to the success of the whole distributor force and Nu Skin International. And that journey takes everyone to that final conclusion. Once they get their team built and they have their organization, then all of a sudden they see the need to unite and bring the whole together as one. And that becomes another responsibility once you've done your homework with your little family. This is a people business, so we must like people more than money. Success is more than money. It is the kind of person we become. A great American football player said, "Fame is a vapor, popularity is an accident. Money takes wings. Those who cheer you today may curse you tomorrow. The only thing that endures is character and what we've done for others." And I know that many of you have gone through these stages and have come to that conclusion. And it is so thrilling to see that transaction take place when all of a sudden people can sincerely speak from the heart to heart of the real joy of this business, which is developing people and helping them to succeed. Each and every distributor in Nu Skin is president of their own organization, leader of their group. But leadership means having the opportunity to make meaningful differences in the lives of those who permit leaders to lead. We are a subservient leadership. We serve our people to help them become leaders. We don't expect to stand on their shoulders and stay at the top. We want to put them on our shoulders and make them the important ones. That is the success of this business. The lives of those who permit leaders to lead, effectively influencing and understanding, springs largely from healthy relationship. Among the members of the group, leaders respect people and the diversity of each other's gifts. Everyone brings something special to the tapestry. There is a place for everyone in Nu Skin. Everyone has to know that they matter. Everyone has to know that they matter. And look at your people and say, do they know that you know that they matter, no matter what the circumstances? And reach out knowing that. No company or institution can amount to anything without the people who make it what it is. I believe Nu Skin has amplified this. I believe you people have amplified this. Nu Skin can only be what we want it to be. As we serve Nu Skin, they serve us. As we serve our distributors, they serve us. And it is a responsibility. If you have children, it is a responsibility. If you sponsor distributors, it is a responsibility. Our company, your company, Nu Skin Enterprises, can never be anything we do not want ourselves to be. Success is more than money. It's becoming the right kind of person. People want to succeed. They want to become better parents, spouses, distributors. But so often we have only learned how to fail. But the good news is we can learn how to succeed. Each and every one of us is a unique person who brings something very special to the Nu Skin family. There is room for everyone in Nu Skin. As the years accumulate, it is clear to me that cooperation may be more important than competition. We must stand together. Excellence can only be claimed when we continue to contribute to the lives of others. I value you. I value your ideas. You are human. You are real. You nurture my growth. We nurture each other's growth. I am proud to call you friend and family. The challenge is to conduct our business in such a way that whatever we achieve, we will achieve it ethically so that dignity itself becomes part of our human endeavor. Only then can we endure. Gratitude and forgiveness must be at our core and always to progress. My vision for New Skin is that people, both inside New Skin and outside, look at all of us, not as a business, but as a group of people working ultimately with a greater goal to make the world a better place. Remember, people follow committed people. I've always said, Craig and I always said, we may be the first in, but we'll be the last out. Remember, people follow committed people. I am committed to New Skin Enterprises and the success of each and every one of you. I say again, I am proud to call you friend and family. A favorite song of mine, let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Success to each of you as you make your dreams come true. Together we will and have succeeded. Thank you, New Skin. Thank you all.